Hi guys, we're gonna continue our review of the mobile Devastator right now. So we're gonna continue with the mobile Devastator itself, as you can see in the background. So I've put off my kind of white screen, if I can so, because it will be easier to turn around this big model, because you can see it's really big. If you want a size comparison, for example, here is a size comparison with the mecha shown earlier, and also with a minifig, which is like 4 centimeters. I don't know in inch or in measure, but still, as you can see, it's quite big. So I'm gonna put this on the side, and here we go. So I'm gonna first do a little turnaround of this model to show you how it looks like on all the sides. Right here, see for the sun of the wheels. And here we go. So to make things easier, because it's already a big model, so it's quite hard to review, I'm gonna divide this set into division, into categories, and into subcategories. So not categories, but more like section. So first section, as you can see, is the main frame. So all this part in the middle, you can see, which is here and there. So all these big parts is the first section. In this first section, we got 2 subsections. The first subsection is this one, and the second one is this one. We're gonna talk later about the subsection and section and stuff like that. So first section, the main frame, subsection, this part and this one. Second section is the wheel, the front and the rear wheels, which are quite the same, apart from the front wheel, which own the subsection of the second section, which is the cockpit part, right here, which is held quite easily thanks to just some parts right there. So here's the second section, the wheels plus the cockpit. The third section is this one, as you can see, which can be put in this position, also in this position, so upper one and the lower one. And this section is subdivided into 2 subsections, which are this one and this one. Right. So we're gonna begin to explain how it works right now. So I'm just gonna put this off because it will be easier to explain you how the things works. So we're gonna have a look on the side of this model. So maybe I'm gonna put yes, excuse me. I'm gonna take some books, excuse me, and we're gonna see closer what it looks like. So here's the main frame. So, excuse me, yes, it's quite like that. So here's the main frame, which begins right here and ends right here. So you can see it's mainly made, in fact, of what I call technique bricks. Why technique bricks? Because they got studs, like normal bricks, as you can see on the top of them, and also got some holes also got some pin holes for pins. So there you go. The main aspect of the frame, in fact, is just to put all sections together, and also to have 2 wheels, which will help when driving around this big set. So it's just all you have to know about this section. It's just that it's all sections together and helps the driving. Now we're gonna talk about the subsection. So here's the first one, which in fact holds 3 bots, which are the bad guys. So for those who don't know this well, here is what it looks like. Really nice. First me. So here's the copper bot. There is the different colors of bots. This one is the copper one. We got 3 of these guys on each side. So because there's 2 sides, in fact, it's really symmetrical set. So you got the exact same parts on the other side, right here. So we've got like 6 copper bots, which is really cool, in fact. So here we go with the. Oh yes, excuse me, sorry. So in fact, this part is just helpful to put the bots on the ground, in fact, and to help them attack their human, I think, yes, they are human, the human base. So as you can see, it is in 3 sections: the floor one, the wall one, and yes, you kind of yes, it's kind of the top parts right here. So nothing really in there. We just have to put this part right here in this hole thanks to this pin right there. So here we go. Also notice the two silver legs, the two silver bots legs right here, which should be useful later. So you can see, in fact, when I put this, it's so here's the excuse me, I lost my words, but here's the section when it's paused, put on the ground, the bot, and here's the mod when it's fully closed. As you can see, you have also two lasers on the side, which is a nice details. And as you can see, it's worked really easily and quickly thanks to two elastics right there, thanks to two rubber bands right here. So this is the first subsection, so nothing really to talk about. It works perfectly, and as you can see, it's made of big parts with big stickers on it, so it looks quite cool if you ask me. It's an interesting part, and it's helpful to put the soldiers on the ground. The second subsection is what I call the weapons and prison and jail section, because you can see you have three weapons, so one for each bot, which is kind of cool. One of them got a flame, and of course they are made from Lego system cameras, excuse me, video cameras. And then you've got the cell section, which is made of two circled spheric hemispheres, you can say so, in which one you've got one skeleton with Star Wars droid, yes, some Star Wars droid arms, which look quite bad because it's really, I don't know, but I prefer the older arms, which do not look as, because this one doesn't really look good, if I see. It looks like much more like a robot and not like a human. So by the way, you've got one, in fact two skeletons in this set because there is another one on the other side, and you've got some little laser right here. I don't really know what it's supposed to be, but very well. So here's the second subsection, the cells and the weapon cache. And here we go. So that's all for the first section, you can see. The second section is about the wheels. So the wheels is really easy to explain. It's really easy to explain, in fact, because there's nothing really to talk about. You've got this long parts, which are the two wheels, really simply, so really big wheels, in fact, as you can see right here. And you can see also it's linked on the mainframe with this gray and lime green parts. It's got up to right here, lime green and gray part. And that's quite all you have to know about the wheels. Oh yes, excuse me. I think I will stay like that. So you can see it can turn on one side or the other side. So it helps it in the curves. So that's all for this wheels. And now the subsection of this section is the cockpit part, the front one. So here it is. It's made of two windscreen right ears. And of course it can be opened. I also noticed a little chain gun made of binoculars right here, which was also used in the 2006 Exo-Force set. And there you go, you've got Mecha One, which is kind of the chef of the bots. Maybe it's one of his clones. So this one is a god and with some black feathers, you can clearly see. But not maybe that clearly, but still. Here we go. And you can see also, it doesn't really have any studs to be put on, so you just have to put him on the bricks. You can see he can still move, but not really that much. But there is nothing to hold it, that's what I want to mean. And here we go, we close the one screen. And that's also, this part, it just ends thanks to two hose pipe, as you can see right here. Two hose pipe and one axle right there. But it still works, even if excuse me, even if it still moves a little, it still works correctly. And that's all for the second section. We're gonna now pass on the third one, the final one. So maybe I'm gonna just add some box. It will be easier to show you. So here we go with this section, which is this one, which can be put in two positions. The upper position and this lower one to be more silent maybe, or there is maybe some more attack mode and some silent mode, don't really know. So, as you can see, this section, white, well, white, I'm going to add some books. White, I don't really know if you can see it well, but still. So, yes, we're gonna have this first part, in fact, which is the one screen part with another cockpit, so we can also open it. So it's really like this, the first cockpit, in fact. But on this one, you're gonna find some silver bot, and also this time it's got some handles and just not nothing like the first cockpit. But still, there is nothing really to hold him, even if it still works quite nicely. So here we go. Also, you can notice the two chain guns on the front, which can turn. This one are the transparent design, so this means that they are just linked on the bottom part and not on the upper part. So as you can see, this means you can do stuff like that with this chain guns. But still, they got an interesting design and they turn well. So there's nothing really to talk about. Then we got some hinge plate was here in lime green, which hold in fact the first subsection of this section, which is the two little jet plane. Yes, two little jet, if you can say so. As you can see, there is two of them. So this is some models, in fact, in this big model. So I'm gonna show you how it works. So you can see, of course, the wings are folded in this position, but you can unfold them and put them like that. And here it's in attack mode, so with two little lasers. Also, you can notice the bot and two little handles. And it's worked quite nicely with some, again, some tail shuttle here, which is quite looking good, if you ask me. And also, you can notice that this bot doesn't have any legs, in fact. And so that's why I explained you earlier that, as you can see, if I unfold this part, what I got on the side, excuse me, is two bot legs. So that's why there is two bot legs right here. This is because you can just put off the bot of this little shuttle and then put it on him if you want just him to work. So that's quite interesting and quite nice from Lego to have think of that. So this means that you just do not have, you have two complete bots and not just some two bots with no legs at all. So here we go. And that's all for this little vehicle. So the second one is actually the same one in terms of design. And as you can see, we're gonna put them thanks to holes and axle, thanks to pin holes on the side, as you can see, right here and there. And also thanks to some axle on the side of this section. So just have to put this set. And here we go. The hinge plate will be useful to close these two submodels so they can't really move, in fact. And that's worked quite perfectly. And finally, the final subsection of this model is the waypoint section, if I can say so, which is really easy to explain because, in fact, if I put off this part, as you can notice, it's just some Zamor launcher from Bionicle, so the Zamor launcher with the Zamor magazine right here from the Unicas. And well, that's quite all. We've got like two injet plate right here, which one with a laser, and then to press to launch the Zamor this time, you're gonna have a one tail flame, which is quite interesting for the Bionicle collectors because this one is well with a little yellow fade, as you can see on this part, and that's quite all, in fact. And also you got like two Zamors on each of the magazines. And well, that's all. So now let's talk about the little gimmicks. Let's make a recap of the gimmicks and stuff like that. So of course, because this is a big wheeled, excuse me, because this is a big wheeled vehicle, it can roll, so in front, so yes, back, frontward, backward. On the side, so you can notice it can turn easily thanks to that. Also, another gimmick is the fact that this part open and unfold three bots to go attack the enemies, I think. Then you got the little size right there. Also, you've got two positions for this part, the upper one and the And this one, the center one, the middle one. Yeah, sometimes this part touch this one, and it's quite hard, in fact, to put them right. So here we go. Also, you have the two cockpits here and there, which can open and close. The two changing turns, and also, of course, we have the two little submodels on the side, which works perfectly. And I think that's quite all for this model, guys. So let me just adjust my webcam. And put this on the side. Well, okay, I see. So here we go. And I'm gonna just add the mecha itself, so created by Rio. Here we go. So what's to think about this model? So seriously, first of all, in terms of minifigs, so in terms of characters included, so like this one, it's really an excellent set because you got like 13 minifigs, so you get like 10 bots, 1 minifig, and 2 skeletons. Really good, in fact. It's really rare from Lego to have so many figs in the set, and so that's why it's quite excellent. So you got 13 figs. Also on the gimmick section, it's okay, if I can say so. It's not really that good. On articulation section, well, mainly it's just the mecha which got articulation, so it's quite good as you have seen earlier because it's have some normal articulation for the legs, some bulging for the arms, some articulated fingers, some pelvis articulated parts, so it's really good on the articulation section. The gimmicks are quite okay. So in fact, I have just to complain about one point. So it's not about this one because I have said earlier, I think this set is really, it really depends on you, in fact. So it depends if you like it or not. Because in terms of overall design stuff like that, it's just about you to judge that. But this one, I really got a complaint about the mobile Devastator itself, excuse me. It's that, in fact, well, as you can see, it's quite empty, in fact. The frame, as I said earlier, the frame is just useful to link all the sections together, but apart from that, it's really empty. There is nothing in there. Then, seriously, the only parts useful are this part, and as you can see also, there is not really that tons of things. For example, there is no little computers or stuff like that. So, well, it's really empty in terms of building. It's not really that interesting. Well, at least it's not boring, but it's not the most interesting set I have to build yet, because seriously, you just build one big frame, one big empty frame, and after that, it's just some subsection which are the same. So, well, that's quite a bad point for me. And in fact, I will say, to be quick, that this set, so the Devastator with the mecha, is really for the people who are gonna play with that seriously, because if it's just to put this on a shelf, it's not really interesting, because it will really be dusty after take dust after some times. So yeah, if you want really, I think that vehicle is quite interesting for those who want a big Exo-Force vehicle, because it's quite big and it's quite impressive in comparison of other Exo-Force sets. But apart from that, if you're not gonna play with that, seriously, just pass and buy other set, because it's not really interesting in terms of construction itself, as you can see, as you have seen, and well, in terms of parts, so the parts which are made, the parts which compose the model. Also, it's not really interesting because we've got some interesting parts like yes, the injet plates, the big wheels which are exclusive to this model, and stuff like that. But seriously, again, it's all about these parts right here. So I think there are also some better deals on better part selection on other sets for the same price, which is, I think, at the time it cost like in between 17 and 80 euro, 80 and 70 euro. So I think maybe it costs more, a little less right now. So well, it's up to you to decide, but it's quite it's not cheap, as you have seen. It's not cheap. And well, that's quite all I have to say about this set. So seriously, sorry, but I have not really anything to talk about. So as I said earlier, this model is quite good itself because it's got like tons of art creation and it's really complete with tons of parts on it. And again, this set is just about you. So if you don't like this mix of colors, well, it's up to you. And the same goes for the overall design. So it's really a subjective point of view. And this model is quite good for people who want a big Exo-Force vehicle because it's really big and impressive. Also, which got some interesting gimmicks, like for example, this part, which is really interesting. Also, the submodel part is one of the best parts of this model, seriously. And apart from that, seriously, and if you want to play with it, well, it's apart from that, it's not really interesting, if you ask me. And well, that's all for this review. So yeah, first of all, excuse me for my accent again. Also, excuse me if this review was a bit complicated because it's a big set and also it's a system set. So that have already been a long time. Well, that have been a long time. The last time I've made some system review, it was like in 2006 or 2007, so it's been a long time. So that's why it's kind of not maybe my best review, but still, I hope you have enjoyed it. I've enjoyed my review, and if you have still some question on this set, ask me and I will answer you quickly, I think, on YouTube. And well, that's all. So hope you enjoyed, and see you later for another vehicle or maybe Exo-Force video review. Bye.